I still don't like the idea of performing. Monica rolls her eyes. Ugh. What's up, everybody? I'm Luke from the Master Sword Valley, and welcome back to more Doki Blue Skies. But one thing that I did really quick want to mention is that things might look different on my webcam. That's because I actually have a new webcam. Originally, I was using this camera right here. It's a Sony RX100 that I had to download an app for in order to be able to use this as my face cam. But like that camera wasn't connecting as like a main camera that I could use on my computer itself. So I got this one in case I'm like if like my iMac computer is like busy doing something and I can't use it for like my online classes and whatnot. So I have this new webcam, and it unfortunately means that I can't have my normal light on because like, let me show you. See, like you could barely see my face. Like I have the shadows up so you can see like my eyes and whatnot. So yeah, that's why I don't have the light on, but let's get back into the game. Okay, so we're back in. Oh, don't worry about it. Everyone's late from time to time. Besides, you've been working hard, so I think you deserve some slack. I guess so. I'm usually pretty punctual, but I just lost track of time today. What made you forget the time? It's a funny story, actually. I recently decided to learn how to play piano, so I was practicing just now. That's piano? That's probably why I didn't notice the school bell going off. You can play the piano? Yeah, that's cool. I always wanted to play an instrument myself. It's not as cool as you make it out to be. I've only been playing a little while, so I got a ways to go before I'm any good. You should pick up an instrument too, Yuri. I could definitely see you playing the violin. Yeah, actually, I think I would see her playing a string instrument. The violin is a beautiful instrument. I'm partial to the sound of the flute as well. Flutes? You gotta tune them right. I actually know musical terms. Flutes can be common elegant, just like you. Thank you. How's it like playing the piano? It's really an enjoyable instrument to play. Not to mention, I really love how it sounds. One moment it can sound gentle and soothing, the next powerful and full of force. The piano is an instrument I'm familiar with too. Well, at least somewhat. My father signed me up for piano lessons when I was younger. He'd been playing it since high school and wanted to pass his passion down to me, but never really got into it. Considering that you'd think I would hate the piano. But for some reason, I find myself internally cheering on Monica. Maybe because it reminds me of my father in a way. Monica, you certainly are a talented individual. First starting your own club from the ground up and now picking up an instrument, piano, on a whim? I doubt I'll be able to do that. Oh, don't say that. Anyone can do amazing things as long as they have a passion for it. Yeah, which is why I think we're all going to do amazing at the festival. Ah, I can't wait for the festival! Where did that come from? It's gonna be awesome! Natsuki, weren't you just protesting the festival yesterday? Well, obviously, I meant everything besides our part of the festival. I still don't like the idea of performing. Monica rolls her eyes. Ugh. I don't want to start this whole debate over again either, but I'm looking forward to everything else. It's a whole day of school where you can just run around and eat till you burst. I see the eagerness in Natsuki's eyes. She must really like food. Kinda reminds me of a certain someone. Speaking of which, where is Sayori? Oh, there you are! Oh, she's sitting back there staring out the window. Oh, walk over. As I do, the girls continue to converse behind me. Something about squid. Hey, Sayori! I wave my hand in front of her face. Hello, Earth to Sayori. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? What? Are you okay? Yeah, you're fine. She forces a smile. It's not very convincing. Of course I am, silly. Why wouldn't I be? You're not talking. Yeah, you seem off. Maybe I'm wrong, but my mind wanders back to what she asked me as we were walking home together. You worry too much, Alex. I'm fine, seriously. She shows me another smile, much bigger and more genuine. Well, it seems much more Sayori-like. There's still something inside me that feels like something's up. Sayori must have noticed as she hastens to explain. To tell you the truth, I just didn't get much sleep last night. I'm really tired, so I'm sorry if I'm a little cranky. You seem more just out of it, not cranky. Seriously though, I'm probably not much fun to hang around with right now. Why don't you spend some time with the others? I might try and have a little nap. Okay, but this isn't sleep club, this is literature club. Just let me know if you need anything bothering you. You can talk to me, okay? I'd hate to see you suffering in silence. She nods. Suffering might be a little strong of a word. Oh, well, you know what I mean. Sayori nods again, then shoos me away. But, okay. As I wonder to talk to Monica, that feeling of uneasiness isn't going away. Maybe that's just how Sayori is these days. I mean, it's been a good few years since we've properly hung out together. Maybe she's changed? Deep down, I know there isn't a reason, the reason. Maybe still Monica knows better than I do. After all, she's president. I timidly approach her. She's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Alex, what's up? I decided to jump right in. There's no point beating out the bush. Hey, so, have you noticed anything wrong with Sayori recently? Wrong? What do you mean? Out of it? She just seems downcast. So do you have any idea what she might be feeling off? Like, have you seen her act in this way before? No, I can't say I've ever seen her like this before. Yeah, she says she's feeling tired because she didn't get much sleep. But to be honest, I'm not buying it. She's normally upbeat and cheerful. Her behavior has been so uncharacteristic. Monica peers over the room at Sayori, who was idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Wait, didn't she say she was going to try a nap? Maybe there is something on her mind. My question, though, is why you're asking me, Alex. You certainly known her longer than I have. Yeah, well, you spent more time around her recently than I have with the club and all. I guess so. But I've never seen her dismiss me. Maybe she didn't exactly dismiss me, but it felt like she just wanted me gone. Sorry, I'm just concerned for her, you know? Yeah, that's what you would do as a friend. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, that's all. No, I appreciate you coming to me. It's really sweet how concerned you are for her. She's my friend. After all, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure that's a good idea? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? I know you've known Sayori for longer than I have, so perhaps you're right. Still, it's worth a try. I also have to talk to her about what she wants to do for the festival anyway. Alright, fair enough then. I just hope she's more receptive to you than she was to me. Monica pauses, studying my words, worried facial expression. The warmth of her smile reflects in her eyes. I really care about you, don't you? From what I can gather, you've been friends for a while. Yeah, we've been childhood friends for as long as I can remember. You don't remember that? Although before I joined the club, we have been drifting a lot. I hate thinking that she's been like this before without me around to help her. Hey, I know it's hard, Alex. It's never easy seeing a friend suffer. But for what it's worth, she's lucky to have someone so thoughtful looking out for her. Don't blame yourself for it. You can't always be there for everyone. I know she's right, but the feeling of guilt still resides. Yeah, I guess. Hey, she's been a lot happier since you joined the club, you know. Huh? Really? Yep, she told me she was kind of surprised at first, and she didn't expect you to want to join. But once she got over that, she enjoyed having you around. Anyway, I know it's hard seeing her like this. I'll talk to her and see what I can do, okay? She'll be fine. Don't you worry. I sure hope so. Let's just hope you're right, Monica. Thanks for everything, by the way. You've been a big help. Alright, you're too kind, Alex. Nothing to thank me for. She stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet. I sigh and sit down myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. That's impossible when she's behaving like this. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica to talk to her. And it's been how long? Okay, everyone! Oh, that was fast. Some time passes, Monica calls us the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Not gonna tell me what happened, for I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles reassuringly to me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. I guess we won't know. I'm gonna save, and I'm really curious about if we show our poem to other girls and save Sayori for last, what would happen? Because I think I remember as well, just obviously seeing videos of this game, and like Sayori still is just like not herself. So I'm gonna try going with like everyone else first before Sayori. So let's go with Monica first. Hi, Alex. I approach Monica wanting to talk about Sayori with her some more, but she takes control of the conversation before I can say anything and immediately jumps into club business. Might come as a surprise, but we have a festival coming up soon. Oh wow, I never would have guessed. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Despite any praise the girls might have given me, I really doubt my poetry is up to snuff. Up to snuff? Hold on. I'm sure that there is not just a little bias during the poetry discussion. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. You wouldn't want to let down the club, right? She says it with a teasing tone, but a chill runs down my spine when I think about the implications of disappointing everyone. Who knows what Monica would do to me if I betrayed her as her loyal literature club subject. Not to mention, I'm also looking forward to seeing your performance. Right. That's definitely not something that I can relate to. Don't worry so much, you'll do fine. That awkward lean. After all, you've been doing fine in these poetry discussions so far. So you say. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Here it is. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands, but although we're supposed to be discussing the poetry right now, I can't help but remain preoccupied by thoughts of Sayori. I'm worried about her, to say the least. It's such an unexpected change that's come over her. Did something happen? Alex? Huh? Sorry, did you just call my name? Yeah, twice actually. You only did it once. You seem like you're a million miles away. What's up? I was just thinking about whatever's happening to Sayori. So sorry if I wasn't paying attention. It's fine, Alex. I understand. For what it's worth, you're a good friend for caring so much about her. Thanks. I just hope that things can go back to normal soon. Well, my advice would be to let her come to you on her own. She'll talk if she wants to talk. I think that you should respect her boundaries. You're right. I appreciate the advice. Of course, I'm always willing to lend a sympathetic ear if you need one. Today might not be the happiest of days for the club, but that's alright. Not every day will be happy. We'll all pull through this together. I hope so. I feel like I shouldn't be going about the club normally, but I think Sayori probably needs some normalcy right now. So in the end, I try to get the poem sharing back on track. Anyway, since we're supposed to be sharing poems right now, oh, I almost forgot about myself. Yeah, spacing out there. Some president I am, huh? Monica quickly whips out her pristine composition notebook. Here's my poem then, alright? Thanks. What is this? The Box, Part 2. On my nightstand sits an ornate box, painstakingly crafted, decorated with the most delicate filigree. Beautiful. Beautiful. The most beautiful box you'll ever see. In that box stands a slender porcelain ballerina. No, not stands, twirls. She is intimate yet animate. Cold yet vibrant, and oh so beautiful, the most beautiful ballerina you'd ever see. She spins and spins and spins as the box's melody goes tinkle, 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 as I burp. She neither smiles nor frowns, a permanent look of blank composure painted on her facade. Oh, pardon me. She dances for my amusement, and yet I am evaded by amusement. The room spins around me, vertigo. I want answers, but she gives me none. I slam the box closed, and yet the room still spins. My skin, porcelain. Is this all she meant it to be? She is meant to be? Is this the meaning she is supposed to derive? Is that what it says? Is this the sole purpose of her existence? And then her skin cracks, shattering. Is that supposed to be on person in the room? You know, I feel like looking for answers and contemplating your reality are sort of the things that give life meaning. Not to get so philosophical or anything, but it was kind of my mind, so that's... It was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. How fitting. Somber subjects for a somber day. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't one-dimensional creatures. That's what makes people so interesting. You might think it would be way better if everyone was happy and uncomplicated all the time. But how would we know what happiness was if it weren't for the sadness they compare it to? I guess that's true. Even so, I'd rather not see my friends so troubled. Anyway, Monica's writing tip of the day. Do you ever feel discouraged when something you've put a lot of time into doesn't get as much attention as you thought it would? For instance, you could have spent hours and hours on a poem, only to have your friends barely glance at it when you show it to them. It might make you feel like doing anymore is useless. And the sad truth is, the world is so saturated with creative works already that most people won't receive any attention. At least relative to the most popular artists and authors, there's actually not much that you can do in that situation besides try your best. However, you also shouldn't think of things in terms of popularity and number of views. The most important thing should be your own personal satisfaction. If you're proud of yourself and your work, then I say that's enough success. That was the most depressing writing tip of the day ever. Thanks for that, Monica. Let's save again. And this time let's show her to Natsuki next. Hello. You seem to not like my poems before. This one's alright. Yeah, same comment as before. Yeah, it's about average, not amazing, but not terrible. Well, I'm trying. I never said you weren't. This just isn't my style. Thanks for that. Alright, nothing wrong about that. People have their opinions. Yep, your poems are kind of like decent, I guess is the word. It feels like there's potential in them, but it just stops short of it. Well, any tips to finally reach this potential you've been talking about? Ha! Coming to the pro for tips, are ya? Alright, I'll help you out this time. What's up? Natsuki examines my poem once more. Alright, I think I know what the problem is. It's your language. It's mediocre. My language? Like, the words you see, there's nothing really special about them. They're just average words. I think you should use some softer words. Like my poems. So I should start writing like you is what you're saying? Well, my poems are the best. Wow, stroking your ego a little too much there. Seeing Natsuki so proud of her work, I can't help but smile. Alright, Natsuki, whatever you say. Let's see your poem now. Oh yeah, here. She's actually kind of cool with it. Something happy, cookies and cream, and my own happy place. Fresh and warm sunshine and a breeze on my face. These are the things that happiness means. Just folded laundry, hot from the dryer, lifts up my spirit so they can't go much higher. Puppies and kittens, and cute bunnies too, all cuddled up with small barks, squeaks, and mews. There are things that make me beam, sleeping in a big soft bed, listening to rain pit-pat overhead, talking with friends and language aloud, all worries now gone and playing around. These are things that fill my dreams, but sometimes happiness is hard to find. I know darkness lingers in everyone too, and some people feel the eternal blues. So here is a poem from me to you. Please note that people are all alike. If we stick together, we'll be all right. Let's talk and laugh about happy things and find the joy that true friends can bring. Nice. I really don't know what to say about that one. Yeah, you know what the poem is about, right? You wrote it for Yuri, right? I wouldn't say, well, actually, yeah. I wrote it after seeing how much effort Yuri put into changing. I mean, it's only fair after the poem she wrote for me, right? Well, not for me, but don't worry, I know what you mean. Anyway, I guess I was, you were... Shut up! Jeez, I was childish, alright? I just always get caught up in the moment. It's hard for me to let go of that sort of stuff. But yeah, after writing 2 negative poems, positive poem was pretty refreshing. I do like the feel of this poem. It really is something happy. Yeah, I mean, I was feeling happy when I was writing it, so naturally the mood would be happy. The ending is a bit bittersweet though. Yeah, about that. Well, I was thinking that Yuri probably has problems that I don't know about. I mean, all people do, right? So I guess the message at the end was that even if we have problems, and even if we're feeling sad, if we look towards our friends, we can find happiness. You know, joy and solidarity, whatever that is and stuff. Solidarity, huh? I have no idea what that is. That's a very Yuri-ish word. Well, I was thinking about what Yuri would call it, so... And I'm not dumb, you know. I do know big words. I just can't consciously decide not to use them. Alright, I get ya. I think Yuri will really appreciate your poem, though. She better. What even was that there? Okay, let me go ahead and save that again. And we're gonna go to Yuri next. I'm sorry, Sayuri, that I'm saving you for last. I must say you've done well, Alex. It's clear that you've been putting effort into improving. Tell me, has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, it really has. I'm glad to hear that. I hadn't thought of it before, but looking back, sharing our own writing has been an enriching experience. I should thank Monica for having us write for the club. I think we were all a bit apprehensive to trying something out of the norm. But having read everyone's poetry, I can't say I'd have it as any other way. I don't think I can argue with that. If I'm being totally honest, I was a bit anxious given my lack of writing experience, but it's been cool learning about everyone through their poems. I think I might have even learned a bit about myself. Is that so, Alex? You know what? I think so. Well, as I told you before, I believe writing to be a wonderful way for one to express themselves. I suppose in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if a poem is good or bad. It'd be unfair for me to invalidate one's representation of themselves like that, wouldn't it? I do believe that exploring one's own style is a wonderful thing. That's comforting. I was worried that I had disappointed you in some way. Eh? You thought, why would you think that? I guess your writing is just really good. I feel like mine can't hold a candle to it. Is that so? Placed a hand on her chin, apparently in deep thought. I'm so sorry. Eh? What's up? I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable with my writing. Ooh, how ignorant of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. All I was saying is that your writing impresses me. I hope that one day I can write poems that carry the same kind of impact as yours, you know? I see. Forgive me, Alex, I'm just a little too used to it. Used to what? Stroking your own ego? Being disliked. Yuri, I shouldn't say that, should I? I'm sorry if that felt awkward. Do you mind if we move on from that? Alright, would it be okay if I read your poem now? Oh, of course. Here, I hope you enjoyed it. I still can't read cursive. Forlorn, pastel palettes shiver and shake underneath my gossamer words. Out of reach, my shoulders ache. You float away, my pleas unheard. Lost in the silent, charcoal mix, I try to touch your silky hair. Glowing embers of passionate trysts, whirling around in amethyst air. Verdant quadrilated cloves navigate my rusty veins. Help me last until it's over. Take control, grab my reins or names, whatever it is. I hope one day to see you again and hear your soothing silent tune. I'll patiently wait for the moment when I'm sheltered under your gentle moon. I could not read that all. I still can't read cursive. I'm sorry if this isn't the most interesting piece, but I wanted to try writing a prompt in mind. It sounds like that restricted you a bit. Did you not want to write this? Oh, it's not that. It's just I've been thinking a lot about my writing recently. I feel like I should try to challenge myself a bit. I see. So what was the inspiration behind this one? Takes a deep breath, apparently thinking about what she said. I suppose it's about an internal struggle between one's own desires and their best interests. It's important for those we care about to be happy, even if it means we cannot be happy ourselves. I imagine it's something I'll need to come to terms with. She mumbles the last part as though she were thinking out loud. I see. Well, thanks for sharing, Yuri. Yes, of course, Alex. And that's it. So let's save again. And it's the big one. What is happening with Sayori here? Hi, Sayori. I like this one a lot, Alex. It's probably your best one so far. Well, thanks. I've had a feeling you'd like this one in particular. Huh? Why's that? Well, I was thinking of things you like while I was writing it. Really? Yeah, I think I connect the most with your writing style. I'm honestly a bit surprised. I thought you would have preferred the others. Why? Yeah, why? My poetry is nothing special, Alex. Look at Yuri's, for example. Her style is way more sophisticated, and Asuki's is so bouncy and effective. Hey, don't say that. Just because your style is different, it doesn't mean it's bad or anything. Your style is unique. Your poems have a really nice sense of innocence and nostalgia to them. I mean, you managed to make me feel nostalgic about a memory I never actually experienced with your Dear Sunshine poem. It made me think of happier times from my childhood, and I really liked that. It made you happy? Yep, your poems put a smile on my face, Sayori. The other girls' poems are great, don't get me wrong, but like I said, I connect the most with yours. I hope that cheers you up a bit. Yeah, please, Sayori. We don't want you sad. For just a moment, that vacant look of melancholy that's been plaguing her face disappears as she smiles for a genuine smile. Thank you, Alex. That means more than you can imagine. Am I starting to get through to her? Maybe now's the best time to ask what's on your mind. By the way, Sayori, I've been meaning to ask you, but pessimistic thoughts suddenly flood my mind. But she doesn't feel comfortable talking about it right now. Sayori would probably approach me herself with her concerns if she felt comfortable doing so. After all, everyone has their off days, right? I guess it's only normal for her to act a little different from time to time. I don't want to come across as pushy or demanding, even though I'm concerned for her. With a heavy sigh, I changed what I was originally about to ask. Have you thought about what you want to do for the festival? Monica said we'd be doing a variety of things for it, such as decorations and poster advertisements. Judging by the relief on Sayori's face, I'm guessing she initially expected me to probe further on her behavior. It's funny you mentioned that. She said she was going to discuss that with everyone today after we shared all our poems. Wow, I'm a real psychic, aren't I? A what? A sidekick? A psychic. It means someone who can read minds and see into the future. Oh, what am I thinking of then? Breakfast? She sticks her tongue out at me, and just like that, the playful banter and lighthearted teasing is back. Maybe I've just been worrying too much. It looks like she's feeling a bit bitter. Right? Well, I guess I can show you my poem now. Okay, so nothing so far with her. Fairy tale. In a kingdom far, far away, there was a castle. In the castle, there was a wish. The wish came to be long, long ago. She was made to be an angel. but I wasn't an angel. I was just a wish to make everyone happy. I took on their burdens and did what I could. I kept safe their dreams like a guardian should. The seeds for my efforts then spread far and wide. I fed them with power I found deep inside. People liked me when I made things right, but things got used to it and stopped believing so much. I watched the children playing and felt sad, but I was happy too. I really was. It truly was enough to be the fairy godmother, the one everyone depended on and trusted. But time kept passing on as I gave my all. I had nothing left and I couldn't stand tall. But I kept going as I thought I'd always done, a soldier in battle with nowhere to run. Even wishes get tired too. Once everyone was happy, my job was done. But what came after? I could see darkness on the horizon, quickly made it all go away. When everything's big and bright, what more could anyone wish for? Nobody knew how long it would keep up, but they kept living happily ever after. Wow. You know, I don't know what to say, but I'm glad that, like, I remember in the original, when you would show your poem to Sayori, she would just run away thinking that she was, like, sick or something, but not so far. So, what do you think? Oops. Wow, Sayori, I had no idea you could write like this. This is something else. Have you the others seen this? No, not yet. You're the first one I've shown it to. What an honor. So, what's this one about? From what I can gather, it's about someone who tries to keep everyone happy, right? She nods. And people liked it, but eventually they kind of got used to it. But that's okay, because at least they were still happy. And this person, the Kingdom's Wish, even she gets a little tired from time to time. But as long as everyone's happy, that's her job. She's happy when the others are happy. That's the most important thing. I look back at the poem, trying to pick up on a more subtle meanings, but surely the angel doesn't have to be alone. People don't have to depend on her just to be happy. Surely the angel could share the responsibility, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking into this a bit too much. I just feel kind of sorry for her. I blink. Am I seriously empathizing with a fictional angel? Maybe I'm really getting into this poetry thing. I'm glad my poems can get such a reflection out of you, Alex. I really put a lot of thought into this one last night, and you seem to pick it up on it. With an uncomfortable dawn of realization, it's become quite clear how this poem relates to Sayori. I'm not going to have much luck questioning that though. Well, I hope the angel finds happiness soon. Maybe she should share her burdens with other people. She just might be surprised at how receptive the people of the kingdom are. But then they'll be sad. That would be selfish. Sorry, I'm just trying to capture like special like thumbnail moments. Or maybe they'll be happy to give something back to their angel. After all, she was keeping them right. It's only fair they get to give something back, right? A shake of the head and a sad smile is my only response. Oh man. Okay, that's all of them. Nothing happened yet, luckily. Save. Okay, everyone, we're all done sharing poems, right? In which case, let's start figuring out what we're all going to do for the festival. Ugh, you still remembered. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Anyway, as I was saying, well, I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuko will be making her specialty. Cupcakes! But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sarah, you mentioned goodie bags earlier, if I remember correctly. Yep, I want to make some goodie bags for everyone and put them in little quotes, bookmarks, and candies. Yes, that was it. Great idea. People love that. Indeed, we're glad you're helping, Sayori. You guys, it's nothing special. The cupcakes sound amazing, though. Of course, because I'll be making them. You go do you. We all share a collective laugh. How about you, Yuri? Ideally, I'd like to do something that can enhance the atmosphere of our performances. I'd like to experiment with some aromatherapy as well, if that's okay with you. Of course, that's fine. I'm excited to see what you come up with. You also got beautiful handwriting, so perhaps something that involves that? Yuri ponders for a moment. How about banners and decorations? It's funny that you mentioned that. I was just about to say that myself. Well, great minds think alike, right? She shares a laugh with Yuri and turns towards me. Oh, wait. Sorry. Anyway, that just leaves you, Alex. The one who is truly useless. I got nothing. Don't say that. In fact, it looks like all of us have a lot of work to do for the festival. I'm pretty sure I speak for everyone when I say that some help would be much appreciated. So it's basically a choice between who to spend my weekend with. Why do I suddenly feel so nervous? I suppose I could use a bit of help. Not that I really need it, but if you'd like But if you want to help bake stuff, I could always just have you do some dirty work. But if you help, you better not sneak a cupcake to eat. Natsuki, I doubt Alex will want to help you if you make him out to be a burden. If you don't need any help, I believe he'd be better off assisting someone else. Ugh. Well, that's up for him. That's up to him to decide. Maybe he likes baking. Have you ever thought of that? Besides, how hard could making decorations be anyway? It's not as though I'm only speaking for myself. Monika and Sayori would likely be appreciative of help as well. And not that it matters, but decorating requires a lot of creativity and meticulous work. So does baking! You never baked a day in your life. How could you possibly know? Throughout their bickering, I couldn't help but notice Sayori hasn't said a word. Does she not want me to help her? Or am I just overthinking this? It's possible to think properly that the argument is going on. Guys, shut up! Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, it's like Natsuki said, Alex is the one who gets to decide how he'd like to contribute. There's no need to argue over him like he's the last boy on earth. I think it's fair to say that each of us have plenty of work. This has nothing to do with him being a boy. I agree, we merely discussing our workload. It looks like Monika has united Natsuki and Yuri with a common enemy. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just move on already? Alright, then moving along. Alex, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. What's up? In that case, everyone looks straight at me, various expressions playing on their faces. But of course I'm going with, let me save here. Oh man. This really is a tough decision. I spent all my time so far in the club room. Sorry, I'm just turning that down because I myself am talking over the kind of loud music. I've spent a lot of my time with Sayori, and I knew what would happen in the original before like the mod was installed, is that Sayori would just be depressed. Oh god, this is a really tough decision. I already saved, so I guess I can go back. Let's see. Hey Sayori, it's been a while since we've hung out together, hasn't it? It'd be a lot of fun making these goodie bags, I reckon. Mind if I give you a hand with them? Yeah, she doesn't look quite happy as I hoped she would be. Are you sure? I wouldn't want to bore you. Plus, it really isn't that much work. The others have a lot more to do, so I'm sure they'll get more out of your help than I would. I exchanged a look with Yuri, Natsuki, and Monika. None of us really know how to react. It's okay, Sayori, really, it's no problem. I work well alone, it wouldn't cause any hassle. Yeah, relax, I baked loads of cupcakes before, remember? This'll be a walk in the park. Sayori, no matter who we pick, the outcome would pretty much be the same. We all got work to do. Our tasks are all equally important in making sure the festival runs smoothly. Don't feel bad about it. Alex chose you himself. It's what he wants to do. I'd want to spend time with a childhood friend. Besides, it's good that he's going to be with you because we need someone who can keep you from eating all the candy. Hey! Kidding. Seriously, enjoy yourself, guys. You two will have a lot of fun. I can sense it. Sayori still doesn't look overly convinced, but she smiles and nods at us. Am I really that much of a burden to work with? No, Alex, don't think of that. It's just because she's got someone bothering her. That's all. Okay, well that's settled then. Everyone knows what they'll be doing, and Alex is going to be helping Sayori. I think that's everything sorted then. I'll see everyone on Monday, and don't forget to practice your poems. It'll be fun, guys. I promise. Natsuki rolls her eyes as she leaves the classroom, Yuri and Monika in tow. As she passes the door, Monika turns to us. Take care of yourself, Sayori. She gives her a gentle smile. Don't worry, I'm fine. Doesn't look like it. I'm curious, but it's best not to ask. Their business after all. Ready to walk home again? Sure, let's go. Sounds like she wants to rush out of here. So I was thinking about tomorrow. We'll probably have to head to town to grab supplies for the goodie bags. Is that okay with you? That's fine. What time should I meet you and where? We can meet at my place. Also, seeing as we have a lot of work to do, let's make it bright and early. I know we have a big day ahead of us, but couldn't we not make it too early? Still a bit lazy, I see. She doesn't smile at the lighthearted jab. Strange, I thought she'd bounce off it and call me a meanie or stick out her tongue. But that look on her face, yet she looks sad. No, it's just I guess I'm just not an early riser. No worries. I guess if we both got on with it, we could get everything finished earlier than I imagined. Would 11 a.m. be okay? Yeah, I can work with that. Guess that means I get a lie-in as well. Thank you. Yeah, anyway, there's a few shops we can go to in town. I think we'll need to go to the arts and crafts store along with the sweets one. Yeah, sounds good to me. Gotcha. You have my number, right? Just text me if there are any changes to our plans. Otherwise, I'll see you Sunday. I thought that was supposed to be Saturday. Sunday at 11. Okay. We turn to walk off to our houses. Oh, and Alex? Yeah? I'm sorry about how I was acting today. I promise you I'll be fine tomorrow. Okay, today's been a strange day. Just when I thought I was getting closer to Sayori, it makes me think, are any of the girls harboring some sort of hidden inside of them? Who knows? But wait, what's going on? What's happening here? Just gonna eat more popcorn. Is this just transitioning to Sunday? It's already Sunday. God, that was fast. So yeah, it was. Knowing that I'll be spending a day alone with Sayori is kind of weird. Not in a bad way or anything, it's just been a long time since we had a day out together, just the two of us. Still, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope whatever was bugging her on Friday is gone. Push that away. It was really hard seeing her like that. I shake my head. No, it's a new day today. It'll be much better. Yes, you know. As my mind drifts while I wait for her, I subconsciously recall a memory from a long time ago. Our parents took us to a fair that came into town. It must have been around 11? I managed to win Sayori a giant cuddly cow plushie in one of those shooting minigame things. Well, actually, my dad did. I couldn't aim for my life. That's when I realized that video games don't train you to shoot in real life. They really don't. I smile at my memory. Does she remember it well? The buzzing of the doorbell brings me back to present. Most likely it's Sayori. Hey! Aw, that's cute. Yep, there she is. She's gone for a pretty casual outfit. It's simple, but works really well on her. Hi, Alex. Ready to go then? Hey, sure am. Let's get going. I gently close the door behind me and we step out into the street. It's a bright sunny day, not too hot, and there's a gentle breeze. It's perfect. So, where are we going first then? Well, I made a list of all the stuff we'll need, so that'll be a big help. I've fished out a small sheet of paper from my pocket. On it, I've written what we need to and where to get the items from. So we need bookmarks, some sweets, ribbon, and some gift bags. To be honest, I have no idea where we can get the gift bags and the ribbon. I was planning to go to the arts and crafts store in town, but apparently it's shut down recently. Oh, really? That's okay. I actually have some gift bags and ribbon at home. Thank God. That's pretty convenient. You should have mentioned it yesterday, though. Sorry, I must have forgotten. Nah, it's okay. I was curious why you have those two things, though. What do you use it for? Well, I don't use them for anything. They're a leftover from a birthday party I had years ago. I think it was my 10th one. You remember it, right? She looks at me with puppy dog eyes, and I hasten to try and recall. Something about you getting cake all over your face, right? Hey, you did too! I laugh as I realize I can't claim innocence here. Guilty as charged. Well, with those two items down, we just had to visit the bookstore and the supermarket. Which one are we going to first? We'll start with the bookstore. It's closer. Whatever you say. Let's head over there. Whoa! So it is Japanese. There's a bunch of Japanese stores. As I walk, I notice Sayori humming constantly, a slight skip in her step. I forgot how adorable she could be. Always so cheery. It's like she's lives in her own little world. Hold on. Sorry, just capturing that so I can capture the perfect frame to make my thumbnail. She looks like she's back to normal again. To say I'm relieved, which would be an understatement. Almost like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Hey Sayori, you look like you're in a much better mood today. Of course! I said I'd be fine today, remember? So here I am. It's a relief to see you back to your normal self. You really had me worried on Friday. No need to worry about me, silly. How have you been anyway? Good? Good. Never thought I'd be writing poems in my free time, but hey, it's a real change of pace from what I'm used to do, but I'm not complaining. Sayori giggles. What? Oh, nothing. I just didn't see you as a poetic type, that's all. All those video games, I guess. You really got into them over the past few years. I shift uncomfortably. I feel like this is a reference to us drifting. After all, she's not wrong. As I became more reclusive, I turned to gaming as an escape. Well, truth be told, I didn't really think I was a poet either. I guess I never realized how much I enjoyed literature. I shrug off the comment about gaming. I want to enjoy today, after all. I mean, Yuri showed me this really cool book. Well, maybe not cool, but it was pretty interesting. Something about a girl who escapes from this weird human experimentation prison and all sorts of horrible stuff happens to her. Sayori pouts, looking very disapproving. I don't like the sound of that at all. Sorry. Sounds scary! I'd hate to live in a world where horrible stuff like that happened to me. Well, it looks like Sayori's wonderful innocence never went anywhere. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to you too, Sayori. I'd never let it happen. You're so sweet, Alex. You know that? I used to be protective of Sayori when we were kids. Guess not much has changed, even after some much time apart. Bookstore! Never even realized we made it to the bookstore already. Were you just walking blindly there? As it turns out, the bookstore is actually in a library. It's pretty small, but after glancing around, it seems to have what we need. All right, here we are. Let's see what they have. I make a beeline for a rack of shelves carrying a nice variety of bookmarks that includes all different colors and sizes. Sayori wanders over, her eyes wide at all the choices. Ooh, so many to choose from. Yep, who would have guessed there'd be such demand for bookmarks of all things. This blue one is really nice. I look over slightly warily. I forgot how excitable she could be. It's a bookmark with a blue koala. Who makes a bookmark with a blue koala? Sayori seems to love it though. Before I even get to say anything, she starts gushing over another bookmark. Look at this red one. It's got a little ribbon shape on it, just like mine. Well, can I see it? Well, at least this one is a bit more justifiable. Look at these, Alex. They've got little puns on them. Sure enough, there's a row of little bookmarks bearing a picture of objects with puns related to them. An apple with a quote, "You are the apple of my eye." What? That a cutesy smile, cartoon bacon with the words, "I like you more than bacon." These are just... What? These aren't even good puns. I'll admit that I like that bacon one. That apple one's too cheesy, though. Her face gets all scrunched up, trying to decide which bookmarks to get. Probably better off to getting these plain ones, Sayori. These are just for strangers coming to view our performances. No point getting these cutesy punny ones. Aww, no fun. Hey, I'll get you the donut one too. Donut one has a smiley donut with the words, "Donut, you know how amazing you are." Oh, really? Thank you, I love it. It's not hard to make Sayori smile. Imagine not. In the end, we went to get for a pack of plain, colorful bookmarks to get the job done right. I think Sayori forgets that not everyone is into the stuff she's into. Now that the bookmarks are out of the way, we wander over to the supermarket, back onto the street. So we just eat sweets, right? Do me a favor and don't spend hours trying to choose some, okay? I know what you're like with candy. Hey, it's not your fault I got a sweet tooth. Oh, whose fault is that then? She sticks her tongue out at me. Nah. As predicted, whoa, this is colorful. A Japanese store. I've never seen one. I've never even been to Japan or even seen a Japanese store anywhere in the US. As predicted, Sayori is beyond excited, like a real kid in a candy store. Well, she's technically not in a candy store, but the saying doesn't really sound as good when it's a supermarket, does it? Wah, Alex, there aren't any cookies here. Are we getting candy or are we getting cookies? I decided to humor her. Oh no, seriously? That's heartbreaking. I know, how can they call themselves a supermarket if they don't even have any cookies? It's crazy, yeah. Anyway, we still have a lot to do when we get home, so let's make some choices now, shall we? Okay. We browse the selection, pondering which candy would be the best to buy. Hey Sayori, what's your favorite flavor of licorice? Yo. Oh my god. Are those supposed to be Kit Kats over there? Like, look where my mouse is. Are those supposed to be Kit Kats? That's Pocky there. Huh. Strawberry. Why? Oh, no reason, just wondering. Not everyone would like licorice. Licorice it is. I'm going to keep this a surprise for her. Although, doing these little thoughtful things for her makes me pause. Sayori told me I always used to look out for her back when we still hung out. Did I really stop doing that? I find that kind of hard to believe, given now, naturally, I find looking out for her to be. I think these will be okay, don't you think? She points into her bag, which filled with an assortment of chocolates and other sweets. There's milk chocolate in here, toffee chocolates, peppermints, all sorts of stuff. People are gonna love it. They sure will. I'll just get some of my own candy, and then we can get a move on. Okay, we still got a lot to do. Don't forget. Looks like Sayori got the chocolate side of things handled. I decided to go for some fruity sweets. All right, I think that'll do. Aw, time to leave already. Could you do me a teeny tiny favor? Let me guess. Buy you some cinnamon buns. How did you know? Whenever our parents took us shopping together, you always used to ask your mom for the exact same thing. She blushes a little, turning away. Guess some things never change, right? I smile back at her. It's little things that with Sayori that really warm my heart. I'm definitely not complaining. Hands filled with candy, we head to the register to pay. The cashier gives us a stern look, almost like he's disapproving of all the sugar we're carrying. Sayori is totally oblivious, probably too busy thinking about which candy she can get away with eating. Okay, that's everything. Let's get home and get started with quotes. Okay, although I need to grab the goodie bags and ribbons from my place. So you should head home to get your computer up and running while I do that. That way, by the time we get back to yours, you'll be good to go. I don't like this. She really has a knack for showing how initiative when I least expect it. Her idea is pretty smart though, so I roll with it. Great thinking. Here, hand me the bookmarks so I can take them home. I'll see you in a bit. Just give me a buzz when you're outside. Sure thing. Okay, I make my way upstairs and boot my computer up, tossing the bookmarks onto the desk. As the machine whirs to life, I sit back, idly thinking about literature. There's probably some real deep quotes out there. Or I laughed softly to myself, imagining how someone like Yuri would resonate with those wise words. She'll probably appreciate the quotes the most. For the second time today, the sound of the doorbell rings, jolting me back into reality. Once again, it's Sayori, who's clutching a large sack filled with colorful assortments of gift bags. It looks like she's literally carrying a rainbow. Hi again, so here they are. I lead her upstairs. She carries on being enthralled by all the colors. Nice. Man, you really couldn't decide on a color, could you? There are so many pretty ones to choose between, Alex. I figured you could help me choose, so I brought them all. Ooh, shall we go for the blue or these pink ones? These green ones are really pretty too. Sayori, how many do we need? This one has little cinnamon decorations on it. Sayori! Sorry. How many do we need? Good question. I think about 15 will do, right? Just to be on the safe side. She pulls out some ribbon from the sack. Unlike the gift bags, these are all one color, a very deep red. Yeah, can't you see anything wrong with that? Wanna help? Can't see anything wrong with that. Wanna help me with the quotes? Sure! What about this one? Writing is its own reward. I mean, don't you feel good when you finish one of your own poems? Or don't you feel excited to show that you've written what you've written to people? Kinda, I guess. I think Yuri would really appreciate that quote though. Let's use that one. Yeah, I'm with you on that. What about this one? Sound of me drinking water? There are 3 rules for writing a novel. Unfortunately, no one knows what they are. I don't get it. Neither do I, to be honest. But I like the humor, and it strikes me as something people might find funny. Let me save again, considering that we're back home. I don't know. I think it's something Monica or Yuri would find amusing. I'll trust your judgment. I like this one a lot. There's no real ending. It's just a place where you stop the story. Yeah, it reminds me of a thought I had about poetry. Oh? Yeah, to me, a poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. That's kind of profound, something I expect from Yuri. So, what does it actually mean? Can't you see? It means that just because the poet has stopped writing, it doesn't mean the poem is over. Oh, well, if you say so, Sayori. I think a lot of people would appreciate this one. What do you think? There is something quite delicious about writing the first words of a story. You never quite know where they'll take you. I think so too. It makes you feel a sense of wonder, doesn't it? Exactly the kind of feelings of a good story should make you feel. Wow, I sound like Yuri, don't I? A little bit. She's rubbing off on you, huh? Does that mean I'll start sounding intelligent? Sayori chuckles, her eyes full of mirth. Her laughter is so innocent and sweet. You already do, Alex. Aw, come on, Sayori, that's not true. My poems aren't anywhere near as good as yours. Mine aren't anything special. Don't be silly. But I'm sure you'll be a great poet in no time. Ah, well, I believe it when I see it, I guess. Anyway, let's get these printed and start putting together the goodie bags. Okie dokie! Are you Mario now? After finding a few more quotes, we get to work. We have all items ready to go. Now it's just a case of putting bookmark, quote, and candy in each bag, then tying them all up with a piece of ribbon. Save again. There. We get to work. Comfortable silence descending upon the room. As we progress, I realize how happy I've been all day. It's not because of many things fancy, just going into town with Sayori, but even that has put me in good spirits. Spending more time with someone, joking around, reflecting on old memories. This weekend has been miles better than how my weekends typically go. Boring, filled with aimless gaming and anime. I miss this. I've missed this a lot, I really have. And most of all, I miss Sayori. Today has taught me that I'm determined to spend more time with her. After all, I think she's enjoyed it too. There's a lot to catch up on, so I suppose we'll have plenty to say and do over the upcoming weeks and months. You've been pretty quiet, Alex. You okay? And there it is, the definitive trait of hers, always being concerned about others' well-being. I'm lucky to have someone like her in my life. What? Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, sorry. Just been doing a lot of thinking. About what, if I can ask? Just about today. I really enjoyed it, hanging out with you again. It's been a while, hasn't it? It has. I'm glad you enjoyed it, because I was gonna say that I did too. I hadn't had this much fun in a while. Hearing that lifts my spirits even further, something I didn't think was possible. You know, I'm genuinely happy to hear that. I haven't really told anyone, but Sayori looks at me, her blue eyes swimming with concern. Truth be told, I've been kind of lonely. Ever since my parents' divorce, I haven't really had much contact with people. And spending time with you today, it's been refreshing. A really nice change of pace, you know? A change from spending the weekend by myself, playing games. Aw, I'm so sorry, Alex. I had no idea you felt this way. You should have told me earlier that you were so lonely. I hate that I couldn't help you before. No, it's okay. Seriously, it's not your fault or anything. I've just been really reclusive myself. And I've really enjoyed the literature club so far, just being able to spend time with people my age again, discovering a new hobby. I appreciate it more than I can describe. You've all been super welcoming. I know I'm no poet or anything, but that didn't bother you, any of you. Well, I'm glad you feel included at the club. That's exactly what we want from the club to be, welcoming. And I'm not gonna make sure you're never lonely again, okay? Gotta put a smile on your face, you hear me? Can't have you being sad. Starting with this. She reaches toward me and starts tickling me, her hands ghosting over my neck and chest. I recoil instinctively, laughing like a small child. Hey, stop that! You know I'm ticklish. My laughter must be a catalyst for her tickling. Because she hears it, she doubles her efforts, a childish grin on her face. I'm squirming and howling with laughter, almost running out of breath. But please stop, Sayori. I can't breathe. Just give me a second. She pauses, giving me a chance to catch my breath. Good, she's fallen for my decoy. I dart forward, pulling my arms away from me and driving her towards the bed, pitting her beneath me. It's time to enact some revenge. What? No, you had tricked me, huh? No fair! Mwah, mwah. Poor little Sayori, bamboozled by the mastermind Alex. But please, have a mercy! What was that? Sorry, I didn't catch that. You'll have to speak up. Aww. You know, I'm gonna do this. It's cute. I playfully feign deafness as I carry on tickling her. Her laughter is much like music to my ears. She's squirming under my fingertips, crying with mirth. To see such a big smile on her face, even if it's kind of involuntarily, is such a nice sight to see. Her laugh is such an innocent, joyful ring to it. Hearing it transport me back 10 years, back when we had that carefree level of innocence only childhood could like. Please, seriously, I can't breathe. She does sound quite short of breath as I've been tickling her for a while. I think I've had my revenge. It's only when I stop tickling her that I realize the situation we're in. I'm sitting on top of her, pinning her down with my legs. One of my hands rests her on her neck, meets with her shoulder, and the other one is wrapped around her wrist. As the laughter from both sides, a new atmosphere takes its place. It's not exactly awkward, but it's unusual, and neither of us know how to react. I meet Sayori's gaze and find it something in her eyes. What exactly is it? I wish I could read the expression on her face, but the novelty of the situation makes me so unsure. Expectant? Was that the word I was looking for? I don't know. To anyone looking in, this probably wouldn't act as innocent as we think it does. I hasten to climb off her. She responds by sitting up in the bed, the complimented goodie bags all but forgotten. Sorry, no, it's okay. She responds quite quickly, if it isn't just me who sensed something in the atmosphere. The atmosphere is becoming more and more awkward by the moment. What exactly happened? Anyway, I'm glad we managed to get the goodies bags finished. Oh yeah, me too. They were a lot of fun to make. I just hope the other students like them. I'm glad she's able to roll with the change in topic. Just like that, some kind of awkward air is dispelled. Monica will be pleased too. A lot of effort went into these. I know she'll appreciate what we've done. I think Yuri will love the quotes too. Some of those really reminded me of her. Not just me who thought of that then. How are you feeling about your actual recital though? I mean, I knew I probably seemed pretty enthusiastic when Monica asked us, but you're kind of nervous now? Yeah, I guess. It'll be okay though. I mean, I have my poem and I sort of know how I want it to go, so I think with a little more practice, it'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You piss your pants is what happens. Let's not think about that. What about you, Alex? Aren't you nervous? Truthfully, yeah, I don't have Monica's confidence, sadly. But hey, I really like the club, and this is my chance to give something back to it, right? Yeah, that's a great attitude to have. Besides, I have an excuse to be bad. I'm new and nowhere near as experienced as you guys, so that's my justification if my performance isn't that great. Alex, all you do is practice, okay? Your performance will be just as good as ours, I know it. It's nice to have someone believe in me, I guess. Thanks, Sayori. No problem. I probably should get going, though. Need to practice my poem and stuff. Yeah, that reminds me. I should probably do the same. Do you want to take the goodie bags? Sure. Okay, I'll put them in stack for you. 1 second. I rummage around, finding a big bag big enough for all the smaller ones. Handing the big one over to Sayori. We both head downstairs. As she hovers by the doorway, she turns around to face me. It's the shyness on her face. Oh, by the way, yeah? What's up? Thanks for today, Alex. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. Hey, that's alright. I really enjoyed myself too. We should make this a more regular thing. Her face lightens up. Yeah! I like the sound of that. I'll see you tomorrow for the festival, okay? That you will. See you tomorrow, Sayori. As she waves and walks off, a bag in hand, it takes me a few moments to identify what it is I'm feeling inside. Happiness. Yeah. Something as simple as going to town to making goodie bags with Sayori. It makes me feel really warm inside. How has it taken this long? How's it taken this long to realize? Okay, another transition, I guess. I really hope the worst doesn't happen. My mindset is still in the original game because something happened, like with Sayori. There's the music. It's the day of the festival. Wow, that was fast. The preparations for the event should be nearly complete, given all the work everyone's put in over the weekend. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend some time with Sayori at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. It's been a while though. Where's Sayori? We're meant to walk together, but she's late again. I don't want to leave her behind, but if she takes much longer, I'm going to be late for school. More time passes, it's going to be a moment decision as soon as she doesn't arrive. As I'm getting ready to leave, I finally spot her slowly making her way up the street. Good. Carrying a large sack in her hands, I'm surprised she isn't running over to me. Isn't she aware how late she is? Sayori, where you been? We could have been late for school. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. I, overslept again? Or couldn't decide what to have for breakfast again. She immediately pouts. She's such a meanie sometimes. Oh, shoot. You know, my teasing is all in good fun, right? She mumbles something under her breath. Of course. By the way, I also double-checked the little bags. They're all in here. She gestures to the large sack, a bright smile evident on her face. Good stuff, Sayori. People are gonna love them. That was a really good idea. Candy, bookmarks, and literature quotes. Perfect things to give out for our event. Uh-huh. One thing for everyone. Although, I'm kind of nervous for the festival. Honestly, I don't blame you for that. It's kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it? I mean, I know how much it means to Monica, but at the same time, I didn't realize how intimidating reciting poetry to a bunch of strangers can be. Yeah, I was all for it back in the club room, but now the actual days is here. She looks a little nervous. I reach over and give her a squeeze on the shoulder. We'll be fine, don't worry. I know how much you like poetry, plus your poems are great. I just hope my own performance is up to standard. Oh, don't be silly. They'll love your poem, I just know it. I chuckle, admiring the definitive optimism that really makes Sayori, well, Sayori. Guess we'll find out. By the way, doing anything for the festival? Anything fun? Nope, I hadn't really planned that far ahead. I'm not great at doing that anyway. I'm kind of hoping we finish early so we can have the rest of the day to be off, to be honest. So what you're saying is that you want to just go home and sleep, right? Oh, look at how many students there are. How many clubs are having their own little event today? What a tactical change of topic that was. Our school is in sight and there's a lot of students smiling around. It's a little strange to think that there's so many fellow students around, yet I've still been feeling so lonely, or at least before joining the literature club. Times like these make me grateful that Sayori told me about it at the club in the first place. I don't know, probably quite a few. By the way, Sayori, what's up, Alex? I just want to say, well, no matter how the festival goes, I'm really grateful you told me about the club, your club, and let me join. I've had a lot of fun so far. I scratch my back of my head nervously as Sayori looks curiously at me. I've never been good at expressing myself, and she probably knows. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, thank you. It's been so fun being able to spend time with you again, too. It really takes me back. You don't have to thank me for anything, silly. I enjoyed it, too. After all, it would have been lovely if things could go back to how they used to. How they used to? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Strange choice of words. What could she possibly mean by this? As we enter the courtyard, as we make our way to the meeting room, she breaks the silence by giggling. Something funny? I just thought of a way to steal one of Natsuki's cupcakes without her realizing. Are you sure this is a good idea? Natsuki might be little, but you know better than I do that she can be really fiery. Oh, don't worry about her. She seems a bit mean on the outside, but she's harmless. Don't let her fool you. Well, I'd rather her than me. Okay. Alex, Sayori. Okay, I'm gonna change of music much. Okay, I'm gonna pause this right here and turn the volume down so I'm not talking over this. We managed to do something different. From this point on, it's actually kind of blind to me because, like I said, the videos I've watched before, something happened to Sayori. Mostly because, like, the videos I've watched, they haven't been spending time with Sayori as much as I have. So I think we might have saved her. And I guess next episode is going to be the big day of the festival, so we'll see where it goes from here. But for now, I'm going to stop this here. Sorry, I'm on a bit of a cliffhanger. So if you guys did like this video and you want to see where it goes now, because this is actually new stuff, like this is new stuff to me at least, make sure you stab that like button and make sure you leave a comment down below about what you guys want to see next on this channel, or use the hashtag MSVPlayThis on Twitter as well. I always take your guys' suggestions. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell. That way you know when I post a new video on this channel. Check out my Facebook, my Twitter, my DeviantArt, my TikTok, and my Instagram, all in the description below as well. But that's going to go into it. My name is Luke, and say it with me. Stay strong and feel the power. Before we actually go, I'm just putting this in at the end before the actual outro. I do want to mention that I did manage to score, obviously, my new job, and I started like 3 days ago at the time I'm recording this. So if uploads are really slow, that's because I'm conflicting with college and I'm conflicting with like a normal job. The reason I have this normal job is so like I can pay for like my own, what I call my Disney redemption trip. I've probably talked about this several times on this channel and whatnot. Probably not though. So yeah, if uploads are slow, that's why. I'm busy with a normal job in college. So just want to throw that in the end. So I guess I'll see you guys next episode.
See ya! Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked what you saw in this video, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button so you stay tuned for future videos. If you want to check out my previous video, click the box to the left. If you want to check out my last video, click the box to the right. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!